What is good, guys? I want to make a video about the basic base defense, how to set up your base for defense. Okay, many of you, including myself, complain that your base doesn't last enough. If you've been playing this game long enough, back in the days, with version 2.0, your base could take a beating before burning. Now it's not the case anymore. If your base lasts 1 minute, you're lucky. So here's a few tips and tricks for the fundamental about base defense. First of all, I want to talk about the landscape. This is overlook because the landscape, as you can see, I'm surrounded by mountains. Why is this important? Well, easy. Nobody can base where a mountain is. Okay, so if I relocate to show you what I want to talk about, my base is there. So if someone wants to base near me, do base to base, he won't be able because he cannot put his base unless they burn this guy right there. Could be possible, but besides that, I'm surrounded by mountains, raven bunkers. So if they want to burn me, they will have to siege my base, meaning that they will have to abandon their base, roll to my base, and try to burn me. And it will be very difficult for them. Also, one thing to consider, and you probably know about this, is those raven bunkers, right? I'm surrounded by raven bunkers. This is useful depending where you are in the game. For me, a raven bunker doesn't bother me much, but the idea is to distract the enemy with the bunker. So if you activate a bunker like that, trigger it with your tank before, then the artillery will help you activate it. Okay, so when you have enough troops, I use my tank to make them follow me. So if the enemy is southbound of my base, I can bring them south and bother the enemy. So while the enemy will be busy hitting those troops, those enemy troops, I can attack them. So it's a good way to distract them. So this is about the landscape. I know that sometimes it's not, you don't have a choice where you base, but if it's the case, choose your spot wisely. It will help you a little bit, okay? The second thing I want to talk about the basic base defense is the base itself and the technology behind it. So if you notice now you have those AA fire base. You should upgrade them to level 32 as soon as possible. Why? Because it will give all your units, no matter how much attack distance or range they have, this will give them 5 grids range when they're garrison. Okay, so if you fight against a lot of artillery that have Antonina as an officer, this will help you defending. Okay, not only against planes but ground unit as well. Also, you have your wall now. So the wall, if you upgrade it to level 32, it will give you a little bit more durability. Also in the tech tree, you have that the basic base defense. Mine is maxed all the way. It will give your truck speed, your command truck speed 10% more. I'm not gonna go through all of these on this video, but look at them. Develop this tech tree is not super expensive, and when you finish developing that tree, you will have the advanced city defense. So if you noticed, my advanced city defense is far from being completed because when I start to grind this tree, the advanced combat tab open up with version 4.0. So my opinion is this tech tree doesn't have a lot of value because it is really expensive to complete. I'd rather work on my units, and when my units are garrison, they act as defense as well. So this is my third point about the city defense is the units inside your base. So my units right now, I have 3 howitzer and 2 tanks. How many howitzer you need? As much as possible. I run 3 howitzer because most of the time when you try to actively defend your base, sorry, you will lose one howitzer quite fast. So now I have two additional as a backup that will help me stay in the fight longer. And you know, if your base is empty, you're not gonna last long. So you have to make sure, if you're at war and you want to be part of an army group, you want to siege a base, just be careful of your surrounding. If the enemy spot your empty base and you're a really powerful player, you will be a premium target for them. So if you do, you have to be ready to pull back your troops or either airlift to another location because you don't want to leave your base empty. And especially if you're away from your screen, you'll be an easy target. So this sums up about the basic CT defense, or the fundamental of CT defense. Of course, there's no magic trick, or this won't make you this will make you a bit harder to kill, or at least it will help you buy some time until help comes to save you. Again, this is based on my experience. If you have any comments you want to share with them, just leave them in the description box below, or in the comment section, should I say. That's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video, if you learned something. There will be another chapter about the base defense, but more of the active base defense, how to actively defend your base. Stay tuned for more content. Have a great weekend, guys. Take care.